Why are you whistling the archers?
Because this is surely something. It feels as though it should be agricultural. I don't know.
You're not helping.
So Jess is going to spank it, and then it's got to sit around for 20 minutes to prove.
Just long enough to clean the kitchen, because I'm sure you've noticed it's a mess.
Sauce. What have you got in there so far?
Sesame oil.
Plain sesame oil and
soy sauce.
Light soy sauce. Let's see, one of the recipes have dark soy sauce as well, am I correct?
Yeah, some of them had dark soy sauce and a bit of oyster sauce. But we're going to put a bit of hot water in.
Hey.
Get everything to dissolve and then adjust the taste.
Now with additional, what was it?
Spring onion and a bit of ginger.
Spring onion and ginger. So what's the crazy plan? What's going on here?
I wanted to do the Cheung Fun on a tray.
Yeah.
So this is the only tray I've got.
Yeah.
That's not good. We don't get any steam around it.
Yeah.
So I have the inner from a baking dish and my tray.
Yeah.
Steam Cheung Fun.
That should do it, shouldn't it?
I hope so.
Is it going to get under the edges of the lid? Is there there's not one size bigger lid, is there?
That is the biggest lid in the house.
Damn it. So Jess added ginger and spring onions to the previous recipe, and it now tastes amazing.
We're just oiling the pans. All of the videos showed
Them oiling the living
oil, and they showed them being
properly oiled.
brushed on.
Yeah.
Most of them had a silicone brush, but I think I gave mine to Rowan.
Yeah, I saw one which had just like a kind of a brush.
You want to get this really hot. Now, a lot of them used cold pans, but one of them said heat the pan up.
Okay, so
A little bit of char siu.
the idea is we're going to do a round pan first, see how that works out, and then we've got like a squarish sort of pan as well.
The big difference is how well the lid fits.
Yeah. And over
So I'm
here.
just chopping up a little bit of this lovely char siu that we got from M&M. I did not make. It smells fucking amazing. Have you smelt that? Sniff that.
Whoa. That does really smell good. It may not get as far as the Cheung Fun at this rate.
A bit of heat going on there.
Yep. This is good. Are you going in? And I seem to say about a ladleful for each, roughly. I reckon, though, if that's supposed to be 5, more than a ladleful. That's quite a small ladle, though, isn't it, in fairness?
That's a standard size ladle. I think a ladle's going to be possibly too much.
All right.
So I'm going to go with... Give it a good stir, because those...
Yeah, it all settles really quick, doesn't it?
Settles really quick, yeah. Those non-Newtonian liquids, they do like to play.
Now for the science part. And yes, it's war. No, this is the bit where you've got to be ready to tilt the actual pan a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more in there, I think, don't you think? Oh, that's perfect. That's really good. The tilty thing is. It doesn't have to be as far as the edge, but I reckon.
Well, I think there's two problems. One is our counters actually in this house are not level. And two, I'm balancing on a round bottom pan on a trivet that doesn't fit.
Do you need a lid?
I do in a minute.
Oh my god, asbestos fingers are clogged.
Do you know, I'm just going to see if I can't put... But I don't think it's going to work. I think it's just all going to pool.
Yeah, sure. Trouble is, short of adjusting the hell out of it for the next 20 minutes, in which case it'll be too late.
Right, I'm going to say I'm a little bit happier with that.
That'll do. By the time we've got the lid on, it's all going to go wobble anyway.
The lid is going to make everything wobble anyway. So lid o'clock.
And apparently it's a 1 minute timer. So once it starts bubbling, it isn't quite bubbling yet.
I think it might need a bit longer.
Yeah, I think
I do wonder if we've made it too...
No, I think maybe there's not quite enough steam actually.
There might not be, because on my lid doesn't quite cover the thing.
And also, yeah, this is improvisation. Jess decided to try and insulate the pan with tea towels. How long are we supposed to leave it for now?
Well, we'll be able to see. It clearly wasn't cooking before, though.
Well, it's steam form. Well, not much I want it to, but... You could do. Apparently when this goes translucent as well, that's also a sign that it's cooking. So it's obviously thicker in some bits than the other.
So I'm going to pop some meat on, put my lid back on, and it seemed to be happier.
Yeah.
With the steam a bit more trapped.
This is taking way longer than expected. We've come to the conclusion that possibly the hob that we're using is too small. We've got fairly small ones at the back there.
Yeah.
And a big bugger over there. We're going to try them.
We'll get a bit more water.
So this is out of the thermodou. Apparently needs a minute to rest. It's kind of semi-translucent. I don't think either of us are holding our breath for the very first one, but I'm sure we can do better.
So because my thing is not...
We don't have a full width scraper thing.
Look at that,
Oh
it's
God,
Cheung
actually,
Fun.
it's doing something.
Oh my gosh.
Gordon Ramsay's boss would say that wasn't tight enough, but...
I made Cheung Fun, I don't fucking care. Okay. And
That's
another
it.
one.
Yes, buddy.
Okay, that one's
There's a couple of plates right behind.
I'm going to cut both of them in half because this one was from the side that didn't cook as well.
Yeah.
And this is from the side that I think was better cooked. That one's a bit shy of filling. Pop a bit of filling on.
It's certainly got that wobbly Cheung Fun quality.
Bit of sauce. You're supposed to drain these aromatics out, but I mean, it's a bit too short for that.
This is all impressionistic cooking.
Right, there we go. Tell me what you think.
Brilliant. The noodle's quite thick, but it actually is really very much in that Cheung Fun sort of zone. Yeah, we can keep trying this. This works really well. Full of actual class fruit.
Wonky, it's made a thicker noodle. But actually, oopsie, sorry, rippage.
Uh-oh. That one's stuck a bit actually, isn't it?
Yeah, this one's less pretty. I think there's some uncooked dough in there.
Okay, so what number is this one?
This is number 3.
Yeah.
And what we've noticed is with this much higher heat on the front burner, this one's cooking already. I'm still getting that,
Uh-oh. This seems to be the biggest trick, getting the bastard on the level.
yeah, well,
On a cloth or something.
there isn't a level anything in this house. They very clearly told you, Gordon Ramsay, to not be worried about scalding himself in the hot water.
I did actually.
So there's that.
Number 3. And we've got a fairly good layer of translucency.
Quite a high heat.
Now what's Jess up to now? She seems to be floating
Not floating.
ramekins of hot water in the hot water. What's going on?
So, I thought we could try this. So, Connor, was that any good?
That was brilliant, yeah. The uncooked dough was a bit weird, but...
Yeah, but the cooked stuff was alright.
The cooked stuff was beautiful, yeah.
Little gap round the edge. More gap round the edge, yeah?
Panning.
And of course you're documenting all of this.
Oh yeah, I forgot to press play on the first half. What's the verdict on that one then?
How's that, Connor?
You know, the silence I'm taking as a good sign.
Damn, that's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, is that working? Going in with the alternative method, which means that when we put the pan lid on, it will be properly sealed as an environment, and hopefully the little gaps being left around the edge of the tin means the steam will be able to get to it properly. The flat pan thing is an absolute pain in the arse. It's really tricky to achieve by the looks of it.
What is in this house?
Aren't we on like a slope as well?
No, I don't think so.
That's cooking much faster, much better. I'm going to put the meat in it now.
Whoa.
I think we are getting closer to that 45-second cooking time.
Yeah, it looks like it, crikey.
That's a really hot boil under there as well.
How much is the proper equipment for this?
You can get a funny kind of like steamer box thing, which sits on top of a pan, and then it has two flat trays inside it, inside of the steam box. And that costs about 35 quid, something
But
like that.
just to get the trays, I don't think, because we could get trays and put them in steamers.
Potentially, if it fits on steamers.
Or even trays that would go in a wok. I think that might be done.
No, it's looking pretty.
I'll give it a minute
Oh, no,
longer.
it's bubbling. That's what they're saying. If it bubbles. Look at that. Bubbles.
Yeah.
Bubbles.
Yeah, that's
Oh, no,
looking...
here's the next trick. You're going to need something flat to get it out with.
So you can see that there's spots where it's cooler
That's directly above
over
the
the
two.
ramekins. But that's why I put water in the ramekins,
Ah, cunning.
was to try and avoid too much of that happening. Put that there.
Now, I've got to say, the level of translucency on this one is really good, and it's actually really thin.
I'm going to oil this next pan, pop it in.
The next one, we have a super level pan, and that's been on for literally about 20 seconds, and it's already going translucent on the one side. The other side is quite a bit thicker, I think, because a lot more of the liquid
God, that
pulled
looks
on
like
that
Cheung
side.
Fun.
This is a much better method now, Jess.
Yeah, much happier with this. So again, I'm going to cut this in half because my scraper is too small. But that's what I was expecting for that kind of gloopy.
Yeah. You have to be careful because your scraper's not sharp enough to scrape it all the way off the bottom.
No. But even though it's a bit messy, we've got definite dough there that's cooked.
Meanwhile, back in pan B, this bad boy is pretty much ready to go, Jess.
Put that little bit of meat on there.
Yeah.
We might need more meat if we're going to get through the rest of this. Yeah.
Well, it looks like got about one more's worth out of the packet, and they said 5, which is about right. Now, does that or does that not look like a slightly kebabbed dim sum? Cheung Fun. And it smells absolutely like the right thing. So, guys, what's the verdict on this dim sum?
I'm really... This is what, third or fourth iteration. I'm really pleased with them now.
Yeah.
We're getting that spongy texture. It's feeling much more noodly.
Got one more
after this. This is
Just
good.
about.
I'm not sure you do, actually.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
So these will be the last ones coming out of that.
Yeah, I think so, Coco.
Right. Put some char siu on the go. We've used more of the char siu than I thought, but actually we've made more Cheung Fun than I thought.
Yeah.
What to do with the rest of the char siu?
We'll figure it out. I might make some more noodles tomorrow.
Oh, that's good.
Because I've got some Cheung Fun.
I'm also not sure normally they have quite that much char siu in them.
Well, I know,
It's quite
but
generous.
some of them were just feeling a bit miserable earlier, so I made more.
Yeah, no, that does, like, looking at that looks like the right amount.
Of course it does. It's more than usual.
Well, the usual amount then is wrong.
But look, see, we're getting that bend and snap in there.
Always up to the stick.
Interesting, that one from yellow.
I think it's from the char siu.
I expected it to be a chocolate.
Yeah, I think so.
If it would be anything else, I'd be worried. But
Yeah, so
That char siu appears to be escaping somewhat.
Yeah, alright, so maybe it is too much. But, you know, better too much than too little.
agreed.
Okay, I'm going to serve it that way up so it looks like a Cheung Fun.
I've gotten all the destroyed ones so far.
It's not destroyed. That one is not destroyed.
It's aesthetically less optimal.
But I think the skin on that one is possibly the best I've done. I'm actually really pleased with it. And clearly the rolling process is a thing I need to get used to.
So, Jess, that seems to have turned into
Oops, sorry, my eyes off it, didn't
naan
I?
bread. Oh, that works well. So it's just like a thin, choppy thing.
That's just my little, that's my small cleaver. And it's easier than the big cleaver.
If Eddie's watching this, you could use your axe.
Right, Jim, do you want this one?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Come to Butthead.
Oh yeah, no, that really does feel like 4% done.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to just see how much I can get into this one.
Bouncy. Going, going, going. Look at that. Proper Cheung Fun. Final comment on this dim sum experiment.
I'm really happy. Yeah, this is good. We can do this again.
Nice.